Hi guys, and welcome to day 13, my lucky number 13. This is almost the last day. Tomorrow's a full 1-hour mandala class, which I will be teaching live if you'd like to join me. The live class will have music, which just always makes things a lot nicer. For today, I have a really fun class for you guys, and I'll probably preface everything by saying, so today's class is Primal Movement, Animal Flow. It's something that I've started to integrate in some of my classes. Those of you that know me well know that I love any opportunity to find new and creative ways to move. I have not trained in Primal Flow or Primal Movement or Animal Flow, but it is something that I'd love to learn a little bit more about. But for today, these are a few movements that I've come across that I really enjoy. I'm going to break all of them down at the beginning, and then we're going to find ways to link it all together into a creative flow that is actually going to be a bit of a mandala. So you're going to get a taste for what we're going to do tomorrow when we work around our mat. But I hope you guys have fun. This will be slightly energetic. It will be very different in terms of how we move, but I'll do my best to break it down at the beginning so you don't feel like, what the hell just happened? Let's start. Let's take a moment in down dog, because I do want us to stretch it out a little bit. If this is the first thing that you're doing in the morning, I realize that we can wake up a little bit stiff. So use your downward facing dog to move however you need to move to start to wake the body up. And I'm trying to think how I'd like to start what we are going to practice. Let's actually stay in down dog, and then I can move on to some of the other moves and then explain how I intend on linking it. So for the first thing that we're going to break down, and this will probably help us to create a little bit of movement and warmth in the body, I want you to bend your knees. So come onto the balls of the feet, lift your heels. As you bend the knees, keep sticking your bum up towards the air. So we're really Beyonceing that butt, but we're starting to lower the butt towards the heels as we bend the knees. So this is going to be our starting position. I want you to take your gaze between your hands, come into a plank position with your right knee towards your right elbow, but then lower the hips, lower that knee towards your wrist and find your up dog. If you want to drop the knee, that's absolutely fine. And then as you bring the foot back, come back into that bent knee position. It's almost like we're an animal about to kind of jump on our food. And then take the gaze forward, take that left knee to your left elbow, lower it to the wrist, drop the hips, and bring it back. So let's move a little bit faster. Right knee to right wrist in an up dog. Bring it back, bend the knees. Left knee to wrist, up dog. Bring it back, bend the knees. Let's do the right side again. Bring it back. Left side. One more for good measure, just so we really feel what we're doing here. The other side. Bring it back. Lower the knees. Take a momentary child's pose. All right. So again, a little bit more upbeat, slightly strange movements, but the more that we get into them, the more that they start to make sense. For our next move, and again, I have to think of which one I want to do first, but since we're in child's pose, take a moment to just sit yourself up, come into a tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under, and I want you to hover your knees off the ground. So finding that long spine, shoulders over wrists. Try to squeeze hands and knees towards one another. I realize this is a lot of core and you're going to feel it, so at any point if you have to drop the knees for a second, please do. Otherwise, we're just going to play with trying to lift our left hand off the ground, bring it back. Right hand off the ground, bring it back. Lift your left foot off the floor, bring it back. Right foot off the floor, bring it back. We're going to do one full circle again. Left hand up, back. Right hand up and back. Left foot up and back. Right foot up and back. Lower the knees for a second. Catch your breath. Now what we're just trying to play with here is trying to keep that tabletop position as we lift parts of the body. Now the next step is we're going to start to move. So we're going to crawl left hand, left foot, right hand, right, and then bring it back, all right? So come into your tabletop position, toes are tucked, hover the knees. All right, guys, if you want to start with the left side, at the same time, keeping the shape, left hand, left foot, right hand, right, left and right. Then take it back. Right steps back, left steps back, right, left. You can probably go a little bit further back and then bring it forward again. So trying to keep it as low as you can, working the arms, the core, and the legs. Bring it back. And then come back to center. Lower the knees and take a little child's pose. This time you might want to take the arms behind you as you lower the forehead to the ground. Open up through the shoulders. So more energetic. We're starting to feel our body moving. We're going to link these together, and when we link it together, it won't feel quite so strenuous. Even I found that really hard. All right, guys, tabletop position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So this is something I do in my HIIT classes, but I want you to lift. It's funny that I actually don't do it to this extent in my HIIT classes. We're going to take the energy level up a notch. So I want you to reach your right leg high to the sky. Bring your right foot in between your hands. Lift your right hand off the floor as the right foot comes through, and see if you can step the left foot through and then bring it back. Downward facing dog. So let's try that with the left side. Left leg reaches up. We bring the left foot through. Right foot steps through, left hand off the floor, and we bring it back to downward facing dog. Now see if you can add a little bit of a jump. So in order to do that, I want you to come back into that is pounce the word, that pouncing pose. I want you to bend the knees, hips to heels, take your gaze forward, and jump the right foot forward, step through, and try to jump back. So we're gonna jump the left foot forward, step through, and jump back. Try to make yourself as light as possible. Right foot, left steps through, bring it back, and then the other side, and bring it back. I think I did that one wrong. I'm now confusing myself. There we go. Oh, all right, lower the knees. I even messed that one up. But again, got William behind me, falling all over the place. Keep it playful, guys. That's the whole idea of what we're doing. Trying to find a bit of fun as we discover new ways to move. And notice where the roadblocks are. Like I definitely had one there. I was overthinking what I was doing. And what felt very light and natural got very confusing early on. Find your breath. Slow the breath down. You're doing absolutely great. All right, guys, we're gonna try another one. So come into your downward facing dog. I want you to reach your right leg up towards the sky, and then start to bring your right knee towards you, but without shifting forward, turn your left foot to the left, bring your right foot to point to the back of the room, pull your left arm back, and then come back into that three-leg down dog. From your three-leg down dog, come into wild thing, bend the knee, step the foot back, and then lift your left foot, right knee, right elbow draws in. We'll do that again, don't worry. Come back, three-leg down dog. Let's try the other side. Left leg to the sky, we inhale. Start to turn your right foot to the right, thread your left foot through as if you're coming into a fallen triangle, but pointing your leg back, pull the right arm in, and then come back to that three-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, find wild thing. Lift your right foot, pull the left arm in, and then bring it back, three-leg down dog. Lower the left foot. You've got this, we're gonna do it again. Right leg reaches up. We turn to the left, thread the right foot through, left arm pulls back, come back into that three-leg down dog, bend the knee, wild thing, lift your left foot, right elbow in, and then come back, three-leg down dog. Lower your right foot. Left side, left leg up. We turn to the right as we thread the left foot through, pull the right arm in, back to your three-leg down dog. This is the exact same position, but on the other leg. Find wild thing, lift your right foot off the floor, left elbow in, and then bring it back. Three-leg down dog, lower the foot. Let's do that one last time because this one took me a while to figure out. Right leg reaches. We thread right foot through, turn to the left, pull left elbow in. William, you're facing the wrong way. And then bring it back. Find wild thing. Lift the left foot, pull the right elbow in. And come back. Three-leg down dog, release the foot. Okay, I'm going to do that one last time, left side. Left leg reaches up. You thread it through. We turn to the right. Right elbow pulls in. Come back, three-leg down dog. Find wild thing. Step it back. Lift the right foot, pull the left elbow in. So right foot's off the floor, and then we come back to that three-leg down dog. Release that left foot down. Lower the knees. And take child's pose. Well done, guys. Now, a lot of new movements. I can't tell you how many times I had to practice this before I decided to start recording the video. We might get confused. That's totally fine. We're going to start playing with linking things up, but I still have a couple more things that I want to show you guys. So, for this one, fortunately, you're going to come to lie down on your back. So, lying down on your back, just take a moment, hug the knees into your chest. Be grateful that you have this moment of stillness before we pick things up again. I want you to take a breath where you are. Now allow your legs to go long, all right? And then I want you to lift your legs up towards the sky. As you lift them up, I want you to lift the hips. Now we're using this for momentum. As you come forward, lower the right shin parallel to the top of your mat, your left foot in front of it, and we're going to use that momentum coming forward to lift our hips and press them up. Yes, try not to use your hands, and then we're going to sit down, roll back, and do the other side. Left shin down, right foot down, lift up. Obviously, with momentum, it makes this a lot easier. So take a moment, and let's start going. Lift the hips. Right shin, left foot, hips up. Rock it back. Lift the hips. Left shin, right foot, push. All right, we're going to do it again. Rock back. Right shin, left foot, lift. Rock back. The other side, left foot. Almost rolled backwards. Let's do that one last time. Just so you get the feel of it. Right shin, left foot, hips up. Rock back. Lift the hips. Left shin, right foot. Push. Lower back. Hug your knees in. Slow that breath down. All right, guys, this is fun. So definitely lots of new ways to move. We're now going to combine it into a flow. If you're like, I didn't follow any of that, don't worry. We'll break it down. We'll try to do it a few times. Remember that it's repetition that allows us to sort of learn what it is that we're doing and to get into the hang of it. Because a lot of it does feel quite flowy, and that's the fun thing about primal movements is we do start to flow a little bit more and get in touch with that animalistic nature of ours. Okay, so I'm going to break the flow down for you. Feel free to join me or watch. It helps to do, so I would suggest that you join me. And then we're going to do it a few times so that we really get into the hang of what we're doing. And then we're going to finish the practice off with some really yummy stretches. Make your way into downward facing dog. All right, guys, so adding a lot of what we just did into a flow. From your downward facing dog, come high up onto the balls of the feet, bend your knees, stick the bum out, bring the hips towards the heels. Gaze towards your hands, shift the weight forward, right knee to right wrist in up dog, and inhale, three-leg down dog. From your three-leg down dog, thread your right foot through, turn your foot to the left, your left foot to the left, pull your left elbow in, three-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, fall in wild thing, lift your left foot off the floor, pull your right elbow in, and then come back to three-leg down dog. All right, so from here, I want you to lower the right foot down, bend the knees, look forward, and we're going to hop left leg in and sit down. I might actually add another hop for the next round, but for now, let's stay as we are. Bring the left hand behind you. Lift your hips. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to add that rock back. So with the right knee bent, I want you to roll back, lift the hips, lower the shin, drop the foot, lift the hips, roll back, lift the hips, and just come forward, right knee bent, left leg long. Left arm behind you, lift the hips, open the heart, find your wild thing. And as you exhale, lower the hips, turn to twist to the left. So if you've done my animal flow, this is part of it. Now plant your right hand down, pressing into your right hand, left foot. See if you can start to lift the hips off the floor. So we're balancing here, and then turn to the back of your mat. I remember something we forgot, but that's fine. We'll do it on this one and come into down dog. All right, let's try that again, but we're gonna do it on the left side. Come onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels. Bend the knees, stick the bum out, push the hips to the heels. Look to your hands, and then bring that left knee to your left wrist in up dog, keeping the back toes tucked. So open chest, open heart, and then three-leg down dog. Beautiful. Bring that left foot through the right, bend the knee, pull your right elbow in, come back to your three-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, find wild thing. Right leg lifts off the floor, left elbow pulls in. Come back into your three-leg down dog. Actually, no, this is where I forgot it. Sorry, from wild thing, I want you to lower your left hand, lower your left foot, and find your tabletop. This was the part we were missing. Walk forward with the right, walk forward with the left, walk forward with the right. Move back with the right, back with the left, back with the right. Find tabletop. We push our hips back. All right, so we're in that down dog, bum up to the sky, heels lifting up. And I want you to jump left foot forward, right leg through. Okay? Please, if you're like, oh my God, I don't get this, we're going to repeat it. That's the beauty. Rock yourself back, lift the hips, and then lower the left shin, right foot. Hips push forward, lower yourself, rock back, and then just bend left knee. Is that right? No, bend right knee, left leg through. Okay, left hand behind you. Wild thing, lift the hips, open the heart, and then lower those hips. Turn towards the right, give yourself a little twist. Press into, I did it again, didn't I? Same side, doesn't matter. Press into right hand, left foot. We are going to, no, press into right hand. Am I going crazy? Right hand, right foot, lift the hips, and then turn to the top of your mat. Find downward facing dog. All right, guys, take a moment. Even I'm like, did I get that all right? We're gonna repeat it, and hopefully together, we're gonna find that perfect flow. You ready? Okay, we're gonna do this. Again, come onto the balls of the feet, heels lift up, bend the knees, stick the bum out. Gaze towards your hands, right knee, right wrist, up dog. Drop the hips, open the chest. Inhale, three-leg down dog. Exhale, thread, right foot through, and pull left elbow in. Inhale back to that three-leg down dog, and exhale, find your wild thing, lift the left foot, pull the right elbow in. Come back into a tabletop position with your knees hovering. This time, left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Left hand, left foot, and we come back. Step back, step back. Shift the hips back, and we're gonna jump right foot, left leg through. Yeah, so the right knee is bent. I repeated it on the other side, I apologize, but we'll do it the other way around. I want you to rock back, lift the hips, lower your right shin, press the left foot down, lift the hips, rock back, and then just come to seated, right knee bent, left leg long. Left arm behind you. lift the hips, come into wild thing, and then slowly lower yourself down, take a twist. Pressing into right hand, right foot. We lift the hips, we lift that left leg, and we turn to the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. We're getting there. All right, come on to the balls of the feet. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Left knee, left wrist, up dog. Drop the hips, open the chest. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, thread left leg through, turn the right foot. We pull right elbow in and come back into that 3-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, drop the left foot back, lift the right foot up as you pull that left elbow in and start to lower the hips. Now, turn to a tabletop, knees hovering. Right hand, right foot. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Right hand back. Left hand, left foot back. Right hand, right foot back. Press your hips towards your heels, and we're going to jump. Left foot, right leg through. Beautiful. All right, rock back, lift the hips, lower that left shin, right foot. We lift the hips. Yes, and then rock back. Bend the left knee, right leg long. So this is where I went wrong on the other side. Bring your right hand behind you. Lift the hips, open the heart, find wild thing. And then slowly lower the hips. Take the twist over towards the left. Press into the left hand, left foot. Lift the hips, lift that right leg. Woo! And turn to the top of your mat, downward facing dog. Lower the knees, take a break. All right, guys. So slowly getting into the swing of things. Definitely working up a sweat. Notice where the mind goes when things get weird, when they get hard, complicated, when you feel like you just don't get it. Try to work with those mental blocks. Anytime we try something new, I think that's the exciting thing about exploring something new, and it's always important to remember just how much our practice mirrors our life. How open are you to change, to different ways? I think it's a really important lesson, especially in this global climate, for our ability to keep an open mind, to be receptive to different ways, and to remind yourself that you've got this. You can totally do it. All right? We're going to do that one more time. So, downward facing dog. I want you to come high up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, stick the bum out, hips towards the heels, gaze to your hands, and bring that right knee to your right wrist in up dog with the left toes tucked. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, right leg threads through, pull the left elbow in, and then bring it back to that 3-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, step the right foot back, lift the left foot up as you pull that right elbow in, and then come back to tabletop. This is where I forgot it. Hover the knees. All right, right hand, right foot. Left hand, left. Right hand, right. And reverse. Left hand, left. Right hand, right. Push the hips towards the heels. Jump, right foot, left leg through. Yes. Rock back, lift the hips, lower the right shin, left foot, lift the hips, we press. Lower back, rock back, and then just right knee bent, left leg long. Left arm behind us, lift the hips, wild thing. Lengthen through the right side, and then lower the hips, turn to the right, we twist. Press into right hand, right foot, lift the hips, lift that left leg, turn to the back of your mat, downward facing dog. Left hand side, balls of the feet, lift the heels, bend the knees, hips to heels. Look to your hands, left knee, left wrist, up dog, open the chest, sink the hips. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, thread left foot through, pull right elbow in, turn it back to 3-leg down dog, bend the knee, open the hip, find wild thing. Lift the right foot, pull the left elbow in, come back
to tabletop with the knees hovering. Left hand, left foot forward, right hand, right, left hand, left, and reverse. Right, right, left, left. Push the hips towards the heels, gaze between your hands, jump, left foot, right leg through. All right, little hop. We bend that left knee. Yes, now rock back, lift the hips, lower the left shin, lower the right foot, hips off the ground, we push forward. Lower the hips, rock back, bend the left knee, right leg straight. Right hand behind us, lift the hips, open the heart, and then lower the hips, we twist to the left. Left hand, left foot, we push down to lift the hips, lift the right leg, turn to the top of the mat, downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the floor, take a breather. What do you guys think? One more round, just so we really get the feel of the flow, and then maybe I'll do some quick stretches on our back. I think we could do with one more round. I know it's tiring, but just so that you really feel like you're starting to get the hang of it. And remember, you can do this video as often as you want. Remember that even I got confused. So we're all in it together. I think we can do it. One final round. Let's go. Downward facing dog. Come high up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, hips to heels, gaze to top of mat. Bring right knee to right wrist and up dog. Sink the hips, open the chest. Left toes are tucked. 3-leg down dog as we inhale. Exhale, right leg through. Left arm pulls in as we lower the hip. And then reach that right leg up and back. 3-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, find wild thing. Left leg lifts, lower the hips, pull that right elbow in. Come back into a tabletop with your knees hovering. Right hand, right foot forward. Left hand, left foot forward. Right hand, right foot forward. Reverse, right hand, right foot back. Left hand, left foot back. Right hand, right foot. We hold here. Push the hips towards your heels. Gaze between your hands and jump. Right foot, left leg through. Yes. Rock back. Lift the hips. Lower the right shin. Plant the left foot. Lift the hips. Push forward. Rock back. Lift the hips. And then just lower. Right foot, left leg long. Left arm behind us. Lift the hips. Open the heart. Wild thing. Exhale. Lower the hips. We twist. Right hand, right foot firmly plant down so that we can lift the hips, maybe hover the left leg. Turn to the back of your mat, and from plank, take down dog. Last side, and we're pretty much done. Balls of feet, bend the knees, hips to heels. Left knee to left wrist, up dog. Sink the hips, open the chest. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, left leg threads through. Pull the right elbow in as we sink the hips, and then come back into that 3-leg down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, find wild thing. Lift the right foot, sink the hips, left elbow in, and then come into a tabletop with your knees hovering. Left hand, left foot forward. Right hand, right. Left, left. Left, left back. Right, right back. Left, left to center. Push the hips to the heels and hop. Left foot, right leg long. Yes. We rock back, lift the hips, lower the left shin, right foot. Hips up, push forward. Rock back, lift the hips, and then bend left knee, right leg is straight. Right hand behind us. Wild thing. Lift the hips, open the heart, and then lower the hips. Circle to the left. Firmly plant. Left hand, left foot. Lift the hips, lift the right leg. Turn to the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Walk your feet forward. Come to take a seat. Rock back onto your back. Well done. Woo! A lot for 30 minutes. Please feel free to take this in your own time. Again, repeat as often as you need to get into the swing of things, but it felt pretty good to me. All right, my lovely yogis, right knee in. Maybe left leg not long or left knee bent, depending on what feels good to you. Hug that right knee in and then grab either the back of your leg or your right big toe
And just straighten it up towards the sky. Give the back of your leg a bit of a stretch. Maybe that left leg goes long. If it feels okay, try not to take it too deep. Beautiful, guys. One more breath here. And then just take that left either knee or leg across the body. Option to bend the left leg, grabbing onto it with your right hand. Otherwise, just take whatever twist feels good. One more breath here. Slowly bring it back to center. Either right knee bent or outstretched. We pull the left knee in, give ourselves a lovely little squeeze. Grab the back of the leg or that left big toe, straighten it up towards the sky. Keeping the right hip grounded, just getting a nice stretch through the back of that left leg. Remember, the more you flex that foot, the deeper the stretch will go into the back of the leg. Take one more breath here. And then either bending the knee or keeping that leg straight, but shimmying the hips over a little bit. Option to take the leg across. Option to bend, right knee, grab onto right foot with left hand. One more breath here. And then hugging the knees in towards your chest as usual. Option to stay in Shavasana for a couple of minutes. The screen will go dark. Otherwise, I enjoyed that. Confusion and all. I hope you did too. And I really look forward to seeing you guys for the live class tomorrow. Please don't forget to register. You can find it all on kula.tv/mindfulsonder. The link will show up when the screen goes dark. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me. I hope you've enjoyed this challenge. I'll see you tomorrow.